M240B. If I could describe this weapon in 3 letters, it would be OMG. This light machine gun is a powerhouse. It is the exact definition of a powerhouse. With having around 650 rate of fire rounds per minute, I believe is what it's actually, the statistics are for it. I don't really know the damage and all that, but I can tell you right now that it's enough to hold its own. It is a beast. It's definitely one of my favorite LMGs, and I recently started using it again. I gave it a try a little while back, but then I started watching some gameplay of the Battlefield 3 M240B, and it just seemed amazing, so I decided to see how it was in Battlefield 4 because the same stats have carried over, and I just wanted to test the waters in Battlefield 4's M240B. Now I have to say right now, without a doubt, this is one of my favorite LMGs, and I can't stress that enough. It actually competes with the MG4, which I thought was actually going to be a surprise because the MG4, I believe, has a higher rate of fire. At least it sounds like it does. Now again, I'm not a statistical person. I don't really look at stats too much. I'll tell you guys how a weapon feels and how badass it is or how terrible it is. Now this weapon is badass. I definitely suggest you guys trying it if you still play Battlefield 4, and even if you don't play Battlefield 4, this gun might get you to come back because it is very fun to use. It is definitely an amazing weapon. You can slap a suppressor on it, or you can slap a muzzle flash or whatever, a flash suppressor. It doesn't matter. Anything you put on this gun, with the exception of some sights, is pretty much a good option. You can't go wrong with it. Me personally, I like to choose the, I think it's called an angled foregrip, or the stubby foregrip. I don't know exactly which one, but I do know that the one where it increases your hip fire accuracy on the move, so that way you can rush around a little bit more with it because you know, if you move around a lot with LMGs, it's a little bit hard to hip fire sometimes, obviously because they're light machine guns, but when you have about 100 rounds in the magazine, you can't go wrong with increasing your hip fire accuracy while you're on the move and all that good stuff, because if you're trying to rush with an LMG like I like to do, which I know it sounds funny, it actually can be very effective if done properly, especially when you can ADS and still maintain a decent amount of accuracy and all that good stuff. This is, again, one of my favorite classes to run in Battlefield 4, especially when I'm struggling, just because, you know, it's just a lot of fun to use. For one, the LMGs are actually very underrated. A lot of people don't even look at them or even use them because they just assume that you're going to be really slow, and they obviously have a low rate of fire. A lot of them do anyways, stacked up against the carbines and the assault rifles and even some of the engineer weapons, the PDWs. Now, I want to go ahead and clear some things up. There is not enough guys running support in Battlefield 4. We really could use you guys running some support, and this is one of the weapons that you'll definitely want to use that on. Another weapon that I suggest, again, I'll cover in another video, is the MG4. Haven't really talked about it too much, and I really do want to get into this more Battlefield 4 because I'm really enjoying it a lot ever since this wonderful new update that DICE decided to do. Obviously, there's still a few things that they need to fix here and there, but this update has made this game basically a revival for me. I've really started enjoying this game again, and it's a great thing because I was starting to get bored of just playing shooters, unfortunately, so I had to move on to other games like MMOs and RPGs and stuff. And, you know, I lost my love for shooters, but this has definitely brought my interest back because the gunfights in this game get very hectic. I've started to play a lot of other game modes besides just domination and TDM. I've actually gotten more into the Battlefield-esque game modes where there actually is vehicles involved, so game modes like Rush, where they once were broken, now they're much better because they've changed the bomb plant locations, things of that nature, and they've just done a huge overhaul with Battlefield 4, honestly, and it's amazing. I gotta give DICE, honestly, mad props for just still supporting this game after how much hate they've gotten, how many people have just left the series. Again, I'm not here to talk about the negativity, but I'm just letting you guys know all the stuff they went through, and I'm not telling you to sympathize for them. I'm just saying all the stuff they went through, and they're still trying to support this community and actually get their game up and stuff. Now, honestly, that has a lot to do with them probably releasing DLC, so they want to bring customers back and stuff like that, but it's great that they're not just ignoring this huge problem, and they fixed a lot of stuff. And this game really did need to be fixed, because I guarantee you a lot of people will go back to this game even when the next few Battlefields come out and stuff of that nature, because that's usually how it goes. Each game of a certain generation, so for instance, you know, a game of a sequel, usually certain sequels, depending on how it is, people will like and prefer opposed to other sequels. It just is how it goes. So, you know, the more people you can bring back to an older game, the better. And, you know, that's just a great thing, and it's great business, so props to them. But let's get back to the M240 Beast. Yes, it's a beast. Not a bee, but a beast. I decided to call it that. I think it's actually called an M240 Bravo. Not too sure about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a gun nut, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that, but I've done a little bit of research on guns because it does interest me. It's pretty cool, honestly, but I think it's awesome that you can actually use suppressors on LMGs. None of this is old news, honestly. They've been in many video games, even many Battlefield series. You can put suppressors on LMGs, but it just allows you to get behind the enemy lines and actually just destroy their whole team before they even realize what happened, because you have about 100 rounds to just load into the back of their face. So it's pretty awesome, man. I love LMGs a lot. I've been using them a lot lately, along with the shotguns. I've just been trying to mix it up and really get a lot of diversity with Battlefield 4 and stuff. So, you know, I've been really enjoying that, and I really advise you guys to just give Battlefield 4 another chance. I know I've said this many times in a bunch of other videos, but it really does deserve another chance. I know a lot of people said, well, the damage is done, but look, honestly, you're just really missing out. Honestly, you're missing out on what's great to come from Battlefield 4. There's another DLC. I heard it's going to be launching later on, so you should probably be looking forward to that if you bought the other DLC and even got a season pass. I may end up getting a season pass because I'm really playing Battlefield 4 a lot now, so who knows, we might be able to get you some DLC gameplay once I save up some money and do all that cool stuff. But that's pretty much going to be it for this video, guys. I just want to thank you so much for watching. But you guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.